moment that we have left, we want to talk right down to earth in a language that everybody here can easily understand.
I All right, with that, what is going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me tonight. Hey, 300 subs, 301. I was 302 or whatever like that, but that's okay. I don't do this for likes. I don't do this for subscriptions, but I am Chris C, and this is Black Glove Reviews. Dude, I love you guys so much. I don't care. I'm demonetized, dude. I'm just sell all those videos right there. I fucking love In Flames, man. Clayman, my favorite album from In Flames. 2000, one of the greatest new metal albums, probably the greatest new metal album of all time. Of course, that Giallo top 20 and stuff like that was, I downloaded that. It's not available in other regions. That's okay because it's from the great Claudio Simonetti. If you don't recognize that theme, that is from opera as well. How are we doing tonight? Thank you all so very much. 300 subs special. I wouldn't be doing this without all the people in the chat. I put all the links in the info bar. Gorphobe, aka Keith, you are the reason I do these watch-alongs, aka the Witching Hour. I really appreciate it. I see you in chat, my brother. You have a great time with Cal. That's another one I forgot to mention in there. Flipping great dude as well, man. Just loves his films as well, and he's very good with slashers as well. Excuse me. And yeah, really this channel is about slashers and about Giallo, and yeah, Black Glove Killers. I got the yellow hat. You know what the deal is. I keep on changing my profile pictures that you see up there. That's okay. That looks flipping badass. I flipping love it a lot. I really appreciate it. And there's my man there, which I forgot to put in the list of channels in the info bar. Check them all out. I swear they are all very good. Even the ones that don't like me because I'm from California. That's okay. I still love you. You know who you are. But this is Jeff, a.k.a. John Doe Juggalo. He used to do the Something Geeky with me and Caveman Movies and Music, a.k.a. Guy. Great dude. Check out his channel. He's the reason I do this. Everybody I linked in the info, all those channels are the reason I do this. I love this community so much. You can tell I'm 46 years old, maybe 47. I've always been a nerd. That's just the way it is. Always been an outcast, wearing those hoodie things, playing hacky sacks in high school. You know, that's just what I do. You know, I'm not going to change. People seem to have a problem since I'm from California. You got to pay to play here, son. Okay? My mom worked for Alameda County in the 70s. Give me a break. You talk about all this shit going on in Chicago. You talk about all this shit going on in these other states and all this stuff. Welcome to the jungle, baby. Don't fuck around with Black Glove Reviews. Just don't do it. I just have my fun and just do what I do. Here's another channel I forgot to recommend as well. Jen Reviews from the Grave. Very good. Thank you very much, Jen. Love you. You do great content. Thank you very much. Thank you all for accepting me into this great community. Pop's Movie Dungeon. First and foremost, a big shout out to him. He was the first to just invite me on to his channel when he was just doing stuff at the start. I'll always love Alan. He's one of my heroes in general. I have a lot of heroes, you know, these real dudes just doing what they love. And that's what this is about. It's for the love of film, really. I'm like a huge, like I said, I'm an old school dude. So I love old school anime, like the stuff like Ninja Scroll and stuff like that. I love anything visceral. It just hits differently for me, and I just really like that very, very much. And just with horror and slashers, and of course, Dirk and Darren, of course, from Subjective Perspective Collective, their link is in the info bar as well. And it's just so good. They're the ones that got me into Giallo to begin with. The only Giallos I really watched were Dario Argento's Deep Red, and then I saw the reimagining of Suspiria. Then I watched the original Suspiria a few years ago, and I'm like, this dude's one of the masters. Mario Bava, Black Sunday. He is the master. Blood and Black Lace, I remember seeing on Amazon Prime. Great transfer on there. It's probably the same as the Arrow transfer. And it's very good. It's my all-time favorite Giallo. It hits differently. These films hit differently, and they're all proto slashers, right? That's why after like many names that I've had on this channel, I just decided to stick with Black Glove Reviews because that's every giallo basically is a proto slasher, and it's just very, very, just very, everything is just so proto slasher. You just have these groups of people, and it's a whodunit, and it's a murder mystery, and then it's the invisible guest, as I call it, this person with a knife, with wearing the black gloves or some different colored gloves, and just going in there, taking out these people, and it can be so visceral, so sexy. You have the Barbara Bouchers, which is my favorite all-time giallo queen. She sits on the throne. Then you have the Mimsy Farmers, and you have the Edwidge Finish, and you have all these other ones. Then you go to my favorite all-time franchise, which I've talked about ad nauseum, which is Friday the 13th, of course. All those films from the Paramount tapes are all good, in my opinion. They're all good. They all have substance. Of course, my favorite final girl of all time is the great Amy Steele, who is going to a con, which I can't go to, which is unfortunate. That'd be a thing. That'd be a bucket list to meet her and just like take a picture with her and stuff like that, because she's my all-time favorite girl. The chick's a badass in general, so hope she's doing good as well. And like I say, you all are just all my life preservers in this community. I wouldn't be doing this without you. Thank you all for these 5 people that are joining me in chat. I really do appreciate it. Only one person that's not here. That's why I'm drinking a little bit, and that's, of course, David Lowe from the 4K Lowdown. I am a found footage fan. He died. He passed away, sadly, last year, I believe, of cancer. And I miss you, man. It's very hard to do some of those found footage Fridays. So that's why I kind of cancel it. It's just really not the same. And I miss you, man, still. So hope you're doing good. The Family Man, he is a former wrestler as well, done the scene and stuff like that. Rest in peace, my friend. By the numbers, man. Rich Still's doing that, and grats to him. To keep on keeping on. And that's what it's about. So love you, man. Rest in peace. Black Glove Reviews loves you, man. One of these days, I plan on doing a witching hour, kind of watching End of Watch. I know that was one of his favorite found footage films in general. You can say that, but it is like shot on camera wise or by police cams. So expect that one in the future. Of course, with Agoraphobe, Keith, just going on his channel and just doing his extreme theater and stuff like that. And I just got the idea of doing these watch-alongs and calling it the Witching Hour. It's just good introducing me to these grindhouse films like, oh God, like Pieces, like I Drink Your Blood. Man, I need to pick that bad boy up. Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. Confessions of a Serial Killer. Those are not meant for everybody. And I'll mention it, 4K10 Revival. Brad, I put your name in the info bar, my friend. I put it in there. Love or hate, doesn't matter. He introduced me to Category 3 films. Those are not for everybody, but there's a visceralness to that, and there's a brutalness to that. The Untold Story is my all-time favorite found footage film. I wouldn't have known about that for him. It just is. Pop's movie Dungeon Allen, his love for Clint Eastwood and Sylvester Stallone. Those films are just so good, and just the love of movies, and that's what this is about. So enough with the kind of the sappiness like that and stuff. I know some of these lives don't go that long, if I don't have anybody else, but this is just me being me and stuff like that. Just being a nerd, having fun doing what I'm doing. And this is my happy place. The world's a bad place out there. I work in the grocery business. If you don't know, I've been working in the grocery business for close to 25 years. Probably next year will be 25 years. I've been in retail for probably 30. So I know how it is. Horror is my happy place. It just is. Anime and horror is my happy place. It always will be. I've stated it before. Fear can be better than sex. I know that can be a controversial take, but it can be very, very, very visceral. It's the jump scare, but when horror hits, it hits hard. When fear hits, it hits hard. If it's done right, it hits very, very, very hard. And that's, there's just something about it that you can't, as I get older, you can get desensitized a bit, but that's why I go back to these older films from the 70s and category 3 films and stuff like that. And we have these newer independent horror directors, as I call them, like the Ari Aster's, even the Eggers, and there's a lot that even the Osgood Perkins, which I didn't know until you hear the last name Perkins, that he's the son of the very late great Anthony Perkins. And you get stuff like Long Legs. You get stuff like, I forget. It was released last year. It was put on Shudder. I'm sorry, y'all have to correct me in the chat there, but And I see my man Russell Texas Hardcore 1965 is in the chat. Thank you very much, Russ. I really appreciate it. I love you, man. You do great watch-alongs. You introduced me to films like Times Square with Tim Curry. Like, Tim Curry, what a badass god he is for film. He just is. And just introducing me to that, The Fabulous Stains, which I like a lot. I would like Kino Lorber to release that film if they ever do. Again, maybe release a 4K. And thank him for that as well. And, Dead Pit even for horror being on their channel. UB, a.k.a. Aaron, like inviting me on there, thanks to Darren. And talking about Policio Tessis, which are Italian crime films. It's so good. It's such a big genre. And I'm going to say it. Giallos are probably, it's getting there to be my favorite genre of cinema. I can't believe I'm saying that, but it's just something about that where it just hits differently. And yeah, no problem. I got you there, Texas Hardcore 1965. Yeah, Texas Hardcore works very good. I love those AI kind of pictures of you and stuff like that. It's very good when you even change that up and stuff like that too. I need to learn to do that. Maybe get another picture, but I do like the one up here and stuff like that. It kind of works good. So it works very good. So I really do appreciate it. Okay, enough with the sappiness and all this other stuff too. Just going to talk about some stuff real quick, and whatever else, any questions you want to ask me, go ahead. It's a BS stream to begin with anyway. Just ask any questions. If you want to know anything about me, go ahead. But just 2 releases that came in. One of those that I picked up from Amazon, which is a phone charger, which doesn't fucking work. It's one of those phone pads and stuff like that. So I need a new phone. So someone's telling me something. So it kind of works. So I ordered these from Amazon. I have some stuff from Scream Factory coming. I talked about that the last stream I did. But this one I just picked up because Gen Reviews from the Grave mentioned this along with, hey, Internet, Eric here. Eric's very cool about what to do for my next Terror Tuesday and stuff like that. So I'm going to get rid of Terror Tuesday. I'm just going to do thoughts and review. That'll be very easy to do since I work in grocery, so my work schedule is kind of upped a bit during the holidays, so I can't get those out on those actual days. So I'm just going to do it's going to be called Giallo Show and Tell. So that kind of works. I'll show the Giallo and then I'll talk about it and give my review on it. That'll work a little bit better, and it'll just be kind of easier just for me to get easier content out there. No problem. You too there, Keith. I'll see you later and stuff like that. I'll check down the stream that you're doing with Cal. You take care, my brother. Thank you very much for coming in and saying hi. If you haven't subscribed to Gorphobe, go ahead and do it, please. He has a great channel. He also has another channel called Mnet where he talks about music and stuff like that too. Please just go do that. He's very knowledgeable on horror. He's very knowledgeable on music. He has a great channel. He got up to 1K. Follow him, please. Please just do it. He's great. I'd rather have the subs go to him and subscribe to him. I'd rather have the subs go to AVA Pop Culture, Chase. There's a lot of fake-ass people on here. There's a lot of fake-ass people on here thinking they're all that, thinking they just collect films just to collect films and let them sit there. And trust me, I'm one of those people. You have So many wrapped, still in the case, flipping movies. Dude, just open them the bleep up and flipping watch them. You know, I don't do a lot of 4K reviews. I always do my favorite releases of the year. I'm going to start doing that. But don't show any hate to a lot of these people do that. They show hate to these studios. I mean, if not for these boutique studios, you would not have these releases, period. You just wouldn't have these. So what's the problem? What's the problem? Seriously, with Scream Factory, what's the problem here? With Arrow, what's the problem here? You know, that's all I'm asking. I'm done with the BS and stuff like that. I'm just like, you know, it's just, you know, it is what it is with that, you know. If it's a good release, it's a good release. I don't mind. I'm going to talk about some re-releases here in a second, but, you know, other than that, I just want to show love. I'm just done with that. Chase said it. He did a good video on it. You know, like I said, I put, you know, AVA Pop Culture in the info bar. Check out his channel. You'll see the video where he talks about that, you know, and it's the truth. And he said he's too old for the BS. I'm too old for the BS. Definitely I'm too old for the BS. So, you know, I just have my fun and that's all good. So, yeah, exactly. Yeah, narrow, imprint, all quality. Exactly. Like I said, nothing but love for these companies. Really, it goes to Scream Factory. What's the problem here? I understand people can complain a little bit that they're just 4Ks for Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3. It doesn't matter. That's the best version you're going to get of those films. Scream Factory does great transfers for mostly all films they do. They just do. Like, unfortunately, for like certain films, you know, it's a rights issue. We don't know what goes on behind closed doors. That's the problem with the internet. In my opinion, stuff has become too open. It shouldn't be that way. So, you know, works out all good. It's good to see you, Darren. That's my slasher bro over there. Mr. God, I can't do it. There we go. Mr. Darren Burrows from Subjective Perspective Collective. Of course, I do slasher stream with him. I do Talking Giallo with Darren, of course, which that's going to be our next live. I've talked to him about that as well. And then, of course, you can check us out on the podcast, Black Glove Reviews podcast. After this stream, I'll put that in the info bar as well of the podcast that me and Darren do. It's going to be episode 1. We're going to be talking about visiting hours and bad dreams. That nice double feature that Scream Factory came out with. So definitely check that one out in the future. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a quick second. Black Glove Reviews will be right back. All right, there we go. I'm back. Sorry, I had to drain the lizard, so to speak. But again, thank you everybody for joining me. I really appreciate it. Cheers, by the way. You know, like I say, a little bit of liquid courage here. I always get shy when I do this stuff. That's a thing about me. I've always been, well, I've been an introvert, you can say, since the pandemic wise and stuff. And I've probably gotten some situations with certain females I shouldn't have gotten into. That's all I'm going to say about that. Should know better at my age. Anyway, some quick pickups here. Like I mentioned, I picked up 2 stuff off of Amazon and then a stupid ass bleeping charger that doesn't work on my damn phone. I think someone's trying to tell me something up there. But anyway, you'll like this, Darren. So I picked up Sledgehammer, the DVD of this. So TerraVision released this on Blu-ray, I think. Unless it's 4K, that's sold out. I kind of wanted to get that version, but this is from the same person who did Killer Workout, and I really like Terra Workout, what's it called? Killer Workout. I'm sorry, Terra Workout. Yeah, because it's directed by David A. Pryor. One of these days, you and I need to do a slasher stream of that, Darren. So we can do it on these two right here. But this is Sledgehammer. It looks interesting. This is from Intervision, so it was a cheap enough DVD and stuff like that, and comes with some good special features in the back of that bad boy. So there we go. But that's the problem there, Darren. Looks like it's a sad face. What's up with that? It's like shot on video. And Aaron from, I forgot to put his channel name in the info bar, Cult of Cinema. He mentioned a lot of shot on video stuff, just probably looks better on DVD anyway. You really don't need to change it up. So, just got that one. And real quick, and this was a thought from Jen's review from the grave. And that's finally picked this up, Pet Sematary 2. So this is like $20 off of Amazon. Even though they showed it with a slip, those bastards. I've seen this before. It's been a minute. So this has Edward Furlong from Terminator in it. Of course, Clancy Brown and a few others. So it's an old school Scream Factory Blu-ray too. So it has good special features. This is a 4K transfer. So a lot of people like this one as well. So it'll be a double feature for my reviews of this. I'll review the original Pet Sematary. Then I'll review this guy right here. So thank you, Jen. I appreciate that for the advice. And just some quick pickups there. I have other stuff coming from Scream Factory. I have other stuff coming from Vinegar Syndrome. So I'll probably do a Calm the Hell Down in the future. Let's check out some stuff from Scream Factory here. Some re-releases that were on Vinegar Syndrome and another re-release. And I want to get your all thoughts on that. So give me a second here. Let's see. Not that one. There it is. Yeah, it's telling me, come back. Yeah, very good performance. I love Clancy Brown, the Kurgan. Well, look at this. One. We got Beastmaster. So that didn't take too long, did it? Again, I don't bitch at these companies. So let's look at this release, by the way. So this is the Beastmaster. I'll probably get this eventually. This tells me Vinegar Syndrome lost the rights because they did have it. So this is interesting. So bonus features so you have the 4K Blu-ray, or the 4K basically, theatrical cut. That's the only thing that you get. So you have the disc 2, which is the Blu-ray theatrical cut. And this is what Chase was talking about. You can put all this on this and just have this, which is the special VFX cut. So I don't know if this is the first time this is being released because I don't have the Beastmaster version from Vinegar Syndrome. Y'all maybe need to mention that in chat. But this is all what's in here. But this is a good release. That isn't too bad. We're going to get to this guy down here in a second because a good friend or a person Darren, has commentary on this one right here. I don't know if he was on the Vinegar Syndrome release, but this is a nice release. But it's just this one. It doesn't come with a poster, I believe. So maybe they got it for like a second or something like that. I don't know. Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, the notification over 21 titles in a t-shirt. Good deal, Darren. You could probably either show that on stream with Dirk or, you can wait either that or, yeah, all good with that. So Yeah, Mortuary Collection I have to check out. Yeah, Kurgan and dude, he's done voice talents for everything. Of course, Clancy Brown is the voice of Lex Luthor in the Superman animated series. He was meant to play that part. So it just works out. Certain characters are very good voice actors. He's also in oh god, it's the one Viking film with Carl Urban in it. I have the DVD of that. I forget the name of that. He's pretty good in that too. It's different. But yeah, here's Beastmaster. That's a pre-order and stuff like that. I know a lot of you all call it the Scheme Factory. Just let them do what they do. Do you want them to go away? Is that what you want? I mean, that's just my thought process on that. All right, let's go to this one first, though. So we have Black Sunday. So people are bitching, complaining about this because of the fact, oh, look, it's a 4K. Oh, wow. Oh, look, Severin's releasing the 4K of A Bay of Blood. So this one comes with, of course, the poster. That's a nice poster. I would get this. I like Black Sunday. I do. I like Black Sunday. It's probably Bava's masterpiece. Yeah, 1960. So this is what this disc is. So you have disc 1, but they're both the international version. Darren, if you're still in here, is there another version of this? So this is. So Scream Factory does this, which is very interesting. Disc 1 is, of course, the 4K restoration. Disc 2, Blu-ray, 4K restoration. So what's the difference? DTS. Oh, what? Well, wait a minute. Oh, DTS. So the only thing this is missing is extra audio commentaries and trailers from hell, of course, with Larry Cohen, which is very cool. International trailer, US trailer, blah, blah, blah. I mean, this is cool if you just have a Blu-ray player wise. And I think 4K is still a broken format, but is this the best version you're going to get of the film? Yes, it is. I'm just saying 4K transfer, 4K restoration for this, and then 4K restoration for for that. So yeah, I mean, they're pretty much planned out every show to the interview. Very good. Yeah, 2 versions. Thank you, Darren. Yeah, like I said, it's like it's very it's just this is just funny to me. It's like, I don't mind it. I really don't. So, when it works good, it works good. So you have that. I'm going to go back to this one here. We're going to look at this one, Fade to Black. I missed out on the Vinegar Syndrome release, so I'd like to get this one with the slips. I'd pay for this. So yeah, it's 35, something like that. That isn't too bad. I don't want to miss on the slip. So I'd like to get this. I really like Fade to Black. Dennis Christopher is a great actor. So this is what this comes with. So yeah, 2025 4K restoration. Oh, look, the Blu-ray, 2025 4K restoration. So it's the same thing. Okay, so this has 3. This is the one I'm talking about. Audio commentary with Hysteria Continues. We all know who that is, Darren. Very cool channel. Check him out. The dude knows everything about slashers. This is kind of a character piece, so you can count it as a slasher a little bit. Me and Darren one of these days is going to do kind of like a discussion about this film in general. And of course, it has audio commentary with Dennis Christopher, film historians Amanda Reyes, and Bill Ackerman. Bill Ackerman, I know I've heard some of his commentary before. Oh, look, like I said, same thing, 2025 4K restoration. Film critic Drew McQueenie, yep, same thing. Hysteria Continues. Celluloid Heroes interview was executive. Yeah, so you have all the other stuff on here. If you want to save money, how much memory is in a 4K? I know Brian from Last Movie Standing isn't in here. If you ever see this video, shoot me a message of how much memory can be put on this. So, and this is what's interesting. So, like I say, both of these are the 4K restoration. The only difference with the 4K is presented in Dolby Vision HDR10 compatible. Yeah. So I have a This is an old LG that I have, but I'll use this 4K TV till it dies. It's good 4K. It's just not an OLED or anything like that. So it's one of the earlier ones. It's okay. And I usually play my 4Ks in theater mode or director's mode, whatever it's called. So it's a little bit darker. It looks good, so I'll know the difference. Trust me, I'll know the difference. But this one would be something I would think about picking up. So yeah, those are those two. Let's look at the other releases here of what's going on. Oh yeah, we have the Howling limited edition steelbook. This is my all-time favorite werewolf movie. But that doesn't look good. That's a pretty shitty looking steelbook in my opinion. It's not the best one. There it is. 2021 4K restoration. Oh, 2021 4K restoration. And of course, this is Studio Canal, so you know what that means. So you have that one here. And I have the Blu-ray from Scream Factory. I have the DVD from the studio. Renfield, we have another 4K steelbook here. Or is it just a regular? Let's look at it here. So, yep, it's 4K disc too. Renfield was okay. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it too much. Hey, Ben, thank you very much for joining me. Ben Grimm's another one. You can check him out on Instagram. He does great reviews. He's a vet as well. Yeah. I always respect my soldiers that go out and kick ass for us and stuff when I'm too much of a coward to do it myself. Thank you, Ben, for joining me. I really appreciate it. Okay. So, yeah, so they can put that in there, right? They can do that. If not, just do another 4K. We'll pay for it. Come on now. So it's like, you could put... Okay, cool. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. Napalm and OJ. What's up, my man? Very cool by reaching your sub goal there. Dude, his last live he did got 500-something views. I didn't know you were in cinema, dude. Just keep on doing that. Keep on following your dreams, my brother. I mean, it's so... there is a place for you out there. There's a... like say, Brad reps you all the damn time. You're great in this community. We really appreciate it. You know how it works. So. Renfield is a fun one. I love Nicolas Cage. He plays Dracula very well. I thought maybe he'd play another vampire. I would like for him to play Count Yorga. If you've ever seen those films, he'd be great for that. American Werewolf over Howling. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's like it's a very interesting one. There's some other ones I have to look at and stuff like that. Snowden, this was an interesting one from Shout Select. I haven't seen this one. Of course, it's from Oliver Stone. Oliver Stone is hit and miss. You either like his stuff or you don't. So Devilman Crybaby, this is on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, I like it. It's visceral and it's good for what it is. Better Tomorrow, stuff like that. Chinese Ghost Story trilogy, that looks interesting, but not really. We got a Hush limited edition steelbook. I'm trying to get out of steelbooks a little bit. They seem to have issues. I have this version on Blu-ray, Nosferatu with Klaus Kinski. I still need to watch that one. Is this version worth picking up? That ain't bad for $40. I don't mind. I like getting the posters. One of these days I'll show off all the Scream Factory posters that I have, but yeah, Werner Herzog. I haven't checked out any of his films, so. Oh, look! 4K transfer from the original 35mm camera negative. Oh, look! The same thing. Oh, look. The same thing. I'm just saying. Then you have the regular one here. It'd be cool to get a slip for that. That'd be the only reason. Some other stuff right here. Labyrinth, Steelbook, Dark Crystal. Great film. If you haven't checked that one out, check it out. End of Days. I've never seen this one. The End of Days with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Angela Bassett is in this one, I think. Let's see. Kevin Pollak is in here. I guess not. I thought maybe I'm thinking of another film. So I haven't seen End of Days in for like ever, but it's like a horror action flick with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. So it's like, why not? Very good, very good, very good, Jeff. It's good to know about that. Thank you. So thank you. That's a nice set. Is that another? Oh, and it's an exclusive slipcover thing. Nice. What year did this come out? 1999. Yeah, that's the year my father died. So it's like it's very hard sometimes to watch those films from that time. It just brings stuff back. Let's see. Arcane, very good if you haven't watched that. League of Legends. That's on Netflix. I like it. I have the studio Blu-ray of this one. I may wait for it. That's a pre-order too, Mama. So this is produced by Guillermo del Toro. So I haven't watched this film in years, but it's a good creature feature, for what I understand. So it's a haunting tale. I don't think it's directed by him, but yeah. But it's been years. But yeah, it's a pretty creepy one. Yeah, it's a Guillermo del Toro presents. So it's like, whatever. El Salvador. One I haven't seen with James Woods, and I do like James Woods a lot, so he has good stuff here. This is what I'm talking about, so give me a second here. All right, then, this bad boy right here. So this is the Mario Bava Collection Limited Edition. Box says limited to 25,000 units. They still have it. People don't want to get it because it's Blu-ray. People are pissed off. It's like, well, look, all these other studios are releasing them. Look. So I paid, plus tax, $200 for this. Why? Because I wanted it. Okay. If you have the funds, get it. Again, you have all of these films in here from the master. He sits on the throne. Mario, what is it? Dario Argento, Lucio Fulci, either left or right. It doesn't matter. He sits on the throne. How many films you get in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These are very good transfers. And guess what? You'll never, ever get a box set like this from Scream Factory again. And it's a beautiful set. So what's the problem? What's the problem? You can double dip all you want. I don't complain on people buying that Halloween set from Umbrella, right? It's Umbrella or Imprint, one of the two, right? It's like, how much? If you have it, buy it. Buy what you want. Tony from Basement Blues, that's another one. He buys what he wants. So what? Have fun with that. This is what it comes with. The only issue, like I say, Troy Howarth doesn't have commentary for this. So what? I know people don't like to hear that, but so what? It's about the film, right? That's what this is about. It's about the film, right? Look at what you get here. I mean, it's like, you don't have to get it. When they got it, they got it. And they're like, cool, we'll release them all in this set. I'm happy I have this. And it's still available if you want it. It's still available if you want it. So there you go. So, so don't that's why I'm glad I have a smaller channel here. Don't go bitching and complaining about something because you bought it. I'm not disappointed. I don't feel like I'm lied to. I knew that other releases would be released through other boutique labels. That's just how this works. So, it is what it is with that. Exactly. And you can get it then. Like I said, I bought the Friday the 13th set for, I think the cheapest I got it for, I went down to 80, right? And I got it. And that box set is still worth it. Yeah, no, it's a great box set. I wouldn't buy it for what I got it for, but you know. Exactly. Blu-ray is very speculative. Haters need to rocks. Exactly. You know, no, I appreciate that, Jeff. I'm just saying, you know, and I did feel bad. I did. I admit. I felt bad. I felt like, did I do something wrong here? That's what happens when you fall down that rabbit hole. You know, and I get that. It's when you fall down the rabbit hole when you think everything is like, oh, everything needs to be 4K and stuff like that too. It's just cool to have these films. And I love Mario Bob, I do, but a lot of these films I have not watched before. Darren has done some great recommendations. I like how they're all spread out and stuff like this too. This is very nice. You will not get a set like this again from Scream Factory. I don't think it'll happen. So usually the guy who buys everyone used Blu-rays and cheap when 4K comes out. Didn't own Opera until 4K came out and got the Blu-ray. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had the Blu-ray forever from Scorpion and stuff like that. And that's still a good transfer and stuff like that. And Severin did a great job with that 4K of Opera. That was a lot of people's releases of the year last year. So, you know, worked out very good. Let's keep on going. Here's another one that looks interesting. I've never seen the Deathstalker and Deathstalker 2 stuff. It's like sword and sorcery with the, you know, get the rip chicks in here and stuff like that. Of course, that's more like a Conan type of picture. So this comes with both films. And yeah, disc 1, Deathstalker 83, 4K restoration. 4K restoration. Disc 3, Deathstalker 2. 4K restoration. 4K restoration. So yeah, Blu-ray still works. It just does. So this looks kind of worth it. People were bitching complaining too that it's like a double-sided poster. Okay. Put it on a turntable. You know, just do it like that. So you got that. Of course, The Strangers, that's been available. So these are the two. I got these in a second. You know why? And I do like how they match up. I just do how they match up. And this comes with everything and then some new, like at least 3 new stuff added to it. 4K restoration. Scream Factory does a very good job with their stuff. They just do. They do good transfers. You know, so you have 4 new special features, technically 3. Return to Sleepaway Camp 2. Looking in the making of the film with counselor Jeff Hayes, author of Sleepaway Camp. That's very cool. Yeah, he's the one that originally did the stuff. This is Michael Felcher's baby for a documentary series. This is his baby. He knows it. He knows it. You know, behind the scene footage, all this other stuff too. The teaser for 3, of course, like that. All this stuff too. I love Sleepaway Camp 2 a lot. I love this film a lot. I'm happy I got it with that double-sided poster, whatever it is. Of course, you have Sleepaway Camp 3. Same issues. I would get it for that price. Get it with the slip. I like how they match up. See how the slip is different? I love that shit. I just do. And, you know, done in the same campsite. Check out me and Darren Slasher stream on this franchise. Yeah, weeding out the bad inside the stunts. That's very cool. Lonnie Smith Jr. and his greatest hits inside Sleepaway songs. An interview with songwriter performer John Alton. Oh, that's very good. I need to check that out. Everything else is good. Sleepaway Camp 3 work print from the VHS. That's very good. I've checked that one out. It's very good. So yeah, these are up there for my other releases of the year. I still need to watch them, but I will tell you this will be up for my release of the year. Oh, what's up, Big Dan? It's good to see you. I know it's very... yeah, it should be late for you over there. I know it's 10:20. I don't know where you're all at. Thank you very much for dropping and saying hi. I really appreciate it. Check out Flesh Wound Features, man. Dead End Drive-In. Dan, Darren, Dirk, man. The 3Ds, the triple D. You know, they do horror films and all this other stuff too. So on the shelves. Absolutely, Jeff. Yeah, show those bad boys off. It's great stuff, definitely. Shaw Brothers stuff, that's very cool. That's that's a pricey one. That's volume 7 too. So, of course, the Fade to Black. We have a look at that. Abigail's okay. I did like it. I have the studio Blu-ray of that. Alexander. A lot of people don't like this one, Revisited, the final cut. This is directed by Oliver Stone. I liked it. This is an all-star cast for here. Colin Farrell was perfect to play the part because he's kind of a smaller person. It's been forever. Yeah, Colin Farrell, Angelina Jolie, Val Kilmer. Angelina Jolie plays I think his mother. Val Kilmer plays his father. Jared Leto's in here. Of course, Anthony Hopkins plays Aristotle. I like ancient history. Alexander the Great. Julius Caesar wept at his statue. I mean, I'm just saying. Yeah, director and co-writer Oliver Stone. So Oliver Stone isn't meant for everybody. But this is an interesting film. He has different takes on stuff because he is a Vietnam vet. So you'll take it for what it is. But that's interesting. I may wait for that. It goes down in price. Primary Colors. That's an interesting one to release on 4K. Grave of the Fireflies. I'll wreck that to the end of time. This is a great film. A great anime film. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely check it out. Of course, JFK, great film as well. I haven't checked. I've never seen Clive Barker's Lord of Illusions. So let me know if any of y'all check that one out. Bring me the head of Alfredo Garcia. This is a 4K too from Shout Factory. So this is like one of those grittier films from the 70s. I've watched channels that recommend this film. Let's see, What Lies Beneath. So I thought that was okay for what I saw. Monkey Shines, of course, that's from Mr. Romero, Sky Captain of the World of Tomorrow. This is the one I originally purchased. I'm waiting for this to come in. That's Caged Heat in Jackson County Jail. I love Caged Heat. Barbara Steele, great actress. Still around, still does conventions. Excuse me. The Forbidden World, this is a Corman film, I believe. I don't think I've seen this one. Here's one that Chase recommends, Humanoids from the Deep. I may wait for a... Vic Morrow's in this too. If you don't know who Vic Morrow is, he is the father of Jennifer Jason Leigh, and we all know the stuff that happened with him. Doug McClure is in this one as well. Chase from AVA Pop Culture mentioned this film. He really likes it. He says it's a very good creature feature. Let me know if you've all checked that one out. Hey, what's up, Garrett? It's good to see you, my friend. Hope you had a good stream. Sorry I wasn't able to drop in and say hi. Yeah, I hope you have a great evening, my man. Take care, Rad King. This is the badass dude. Yeah, definitely. It'd be cool to meet these people and stuff like that. But yeah, Humanoids from the Deep. I definitely needed to check that out. I think this is on Tubi. A lot of stuff might be on Tubi with this stuff. Let's see. Let's keep going. Galaxy of Terror. This was on Amazon Prime. I watched most of this, but then I just turned it off. But this may be something interesting to check out. That's a badass poster. That's very anime-like looking for a cover for that. And I did not know that. So Bill Paxton worked as a set director. Dude. So a lot of people were behind this film. Dude, I forgot that this, yeah. Wait for a sale, people. Like, you get the juices from. Ghost of Mars, that's not worth it. Vampires is worth it. Ghost of Mars, I did not like. It's what could have been. It's what could have been for that franchise. It just couldn't. Could have been for that. Last Voyage of the Meteor, I did like for what it is. Of course, that's a Dracula story. I already have the studio Blu-ray for that, so I'm good with that. I did like it. I did like it. I didn't hate it, like possibly. Here's another one I'd like to pick up, Sorority House Massacre. That's a slasher from that slasher craze back in the day. Van Damme, Time Cop. So they have some good releases there. So it works out pretty good. I'm bringing up another studio here if I can. Let's Let's bring up Arrow here, and I will share this in a second. Sorority House is a fun one. Yeah, definitely. It looks like it's in the vein of Final Exam, and I did really like Final Exam. I thought that was pretty funny one for what it is. Let's see. Ding. All right, so see what's coming out. I did pre-order. Unfortunately, I pre-ordered the Ninja Turtles Blu-ray set with the comic cover on there. That's my childhood. I love that fucking film a lot. You can easily quote that film. Red Planet. So Val Kilmer. This will sell out once it comes out. So this is one that fell through the cracks a bit. I've seen some of this film. This is a good cast here. So you have the late, great Val Kilmer, you have Carrie-Anne Moss, and you have Tom Sizemore. So it's kind of like a horror science fiction thing. So it's interesting. So Martian Chronicles, Jeffrey O'Coon, of course, like that, all this other stuff too. So yeah, very good. So this looks like an interesting release from them, of course. Let's keep going. Outland with Sean Connery. I have not seen this film in flippin' years. So this is kind of like a thriller type of a film. So yeah, even in space, the ultimate enemy is man. So yeah, it's like a science fiction Western type of thing. He has a mining facility on Io, one of Jupiter's largest moons, 600 million miles away. The gravity there is 1/6 of what it is on Earth. So films like this used to play on like regular like TV channels, like KTVU Channel 2, Fox, which would later be called Fox 2. But over here when I was a kid, and they'd show these like late at night or early in the morning. Work is hard, the bonus is big, and productivity is breaking all records, but people are dying every so often. They just snap. The secret, a drug that can keep its miners working days on end, but over time results in burnout and psychosis. So a new Marshall O'Neill investigates, he uncovers the deadly conspiracy and finds his life under threat from a company that will stop at nothing to keep him quiet. Kind of like a Giallo. So it's been at least 20 years since I've seen this film. That would be worth picking up. A lot of these releases will be possibly release of the year. Let's keep going. Yeah, of course, you have The Mouth of Madness, of course, which I still need to watch. That has Sam Neill in it. Brad King, if you're still here, let's see. Okay, you know what? I'll search for product here. There's Miss 45. I'm going to get to that in a second. Here it is. So I pre-ordered this, and I'd like to thank you for that. Because I have the Blu-ray. I haven't opened it up yet. So I would like to thank you for that. And I'd really like to thank you for that. Because you're like, I usually don't do reviews on this 4K. You are the flipping drug dealer, my friend. You show the comparisons like a badass that you are. You show those comparisons of what this looks like and what this looks like. And sure enough, it's like, it's very, it's different than Light and Day. I haven't seen Creepshow 2 in like a long time. So, and it's basically comes with the booklet and stuff like that. And I pre-ordered it, $35. So it's released in the 30th of September and stuff like that. Grats for you for getting it. And grats to him. That's why I leave it up to these badass YouTubers on here, like Garrett, like Movie Mass, even Jay, Chase, and Garrett from Born to Be Rad, where they reach out to Arrow and be like, you know what, can I check this out? Can I look at this and stuff like that? Because I want this to be very good. Because and he tells them the truth. He says, look, the Blu-ray looks good, but can you all do better? Oh, yes, we can. So, we sure can do that. So, got that. Got the reverse of that's what the original cover looked like and stuff like that. So, it's a reverse sleeve, dude. So, this could be release of the year. Look at this. So could Arrow be my boutique label of the year? This is crazy what they have here. This is the only horror film. Was it this one or the first one? It's the only horror film Ted Danson ever did. So you got that one. Of course, that's a creep show. That's Creep Show too. Now I don't want to go back to that. So Miss 45. I remember seeing clips of this film. Man, 45. That ain't bad. $45 for Miss 45. There you go. You get this with the poster. It's a R, capital R, revenge film. That's all I'm going to say. A lot of these boutique label sites are doing what Vinegar Syndrome has done, and some other ones too. They have a point system, so you can save a little bit. The more you buy, the more points you get, so the more you can get off some of these releases. So I think this would be worth it. That'll never happen again. I like our revenge films. I just do. I love revenge films in general, like The Punisher and stuff like that too. Where Dreams Go to Die new featurette with film critic Kat Ellinger. Absolutely. So a lot of interviews here, a lot of stuff here. So yeah, it's a very good release. So keep an eye out for that one. Spawn. I'm wondering how this 4K is going to look. This is a 90s film. I love Spawn a lot. I like the film. I love the animated series that they did on HBO. If you don't know what that is, check that out. But yeah, I collected the Spawn comic books when I was a youngin'. He's my favorite anti-hero character. He's one of the first black kind of characters to really get the huge spotlight. It's just the truth. Al Simmons. I love Al Simmons. I love that character a lot. I love the universe. I would like for them to expand that, but Todd McFarlane is Todd McFarlane. So you take that for what you can get. This is very good. Okay. So disc 1 is 4K limited edition. So this is all 4K. So this is what we want. So check this out. So 4K restorations of both the director's cut and theatrical cut of the film. Because Arrow does 4Ks just as 4Ks. They don't do Blu-rays with that. And there it is. Look at that. So both versions of the film. So this could be release of the year. So that's very good. Nice, very nice. Yeah, there we go. Let's see here. Dark City, maybe possible one I want to pick up, but some future ones there. The Mask, of course, forgot to mention that. That's an all-time classic with Jim Carrey, of course. I really like The Mask. It's more of a cult type of a film. That's very young Cameron Diaz. Let's see. I forget the dude that plays the villain gangster in this, too. He kind of has a scar on his face. Chat, you may know the name of him. He's done some other stuff. He's in Raw Deal with Arnold Schwarzenegger, too. So, dude, this is loaded. This is loaded. Loaded with stuff. You can almost say it's kind of like a comedy horror film. This is loaded because the comic book is a trip. Wow. So original cover art. Oh, wow. That's very nice. Very good. Oh, that's a Blu-ray. Never mind. But that's still very good. So it's a 4K restoration of that. So must excuse me. Do they have the... Yeah, they do have the limited edition 4K. Excuse me. Let's click on this first. This is what I was looking for. So, still all the stuff on there. How about that? So when they can deliver, they can deliver. So when they can do it, they can do it. So, okay. Well, there we go. Perfect. So that works out. Wish Arrow would give release dates the same as Loud House. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like say you believe a mutual friend of ours has certain stuff for that as well. So very good. Yeah, 35 ain't bad for Creepshow 2. I need that film in my collection. Yeah. I have the Blu-ray there, Jeff, and but I have to crack that open. I haven't seen it forever. Great cast. Oh, very cool. Very nice. Plot of Fear. Oh, Indicator? Oh, okay. Very cool. Yeah, you've mentioned that one before. So, very good. Everyone's just saying hi to each other. All right. Let's see what else I can give up real quick since some people are here. Let's go to Severin, by the way. I haven't been on them for a while. Okay, here I'll just do this, and then we'll get out of here. Just look at Severin real quick, and then I'll get you all sexy savages out of here. So we have some new titles here. So here's the sale here. So House at the Edge of the Park. I have the Blu-ray with that comes with the CD and all this other stuff too, and that's a great Blu-ray as well. That's very nice. That's a nice slipcover. I like that a lot. Dude. If you don't know with me and about House at the Edge of the Park, this is David Hess's best role, in my opinion. I like this a little over Last House on the Left. Just a little bit. I think, Darren, you mentioned this is probably a better... Yeah. So this is Deodato's probably best film, really, for the most part. That's a good one. The Boys Next Door, I recently just picked up the Blu-ray of this like this, and it's a 4K. Dude, special edition. This is a very good film. It's very gritty. Used to watch this as a kid. Used to show late night on television. Dude. Yeah, The Boys Next Door. Yeah, Maxwell Caulfield and Charlie Sheen. Yeah. It's these two dudes that are outcasts in high school, and they go to Los Angeles and all hell breaks loose. It's probably the best version of Los Angeles you'll see in a film. I'm not kidding. It's very good. Gritty and sadistic as hell. Let's go back to that. You know what Mr. Sheen is watching? He is watching... Looks like he's watching an anime on the television. I haven't seen this in a long time. Yeah, they go nuts with that. I forgot Sheen was in here and stuff like that. It's been a minute, but they kind of go on. Yeah, they kind of go on a. It starts out they throw a beer bottle through a bunch of people and ends up hitting a woman holding her child. That's all I'm going to say. Definitely check that out if you haven't yet. Check out the film. Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that, Darren. Let's see. Yeah, Linda Blair, Dead Sleep. That looks interesting. That ain't bad for $21. Asylum. So this is a Hammer type of a film, I think. It's like a... Yeah, Roy Ward Baker, great Hammer director. Yeah. So yeah, it's like Peter Cushing is in this film, I believe. Yes. So yeah, interesting stuff here. Severin's been knocking it out of the park too, so they could be up for a boutique label of the year. I just haven't gotten a lot from them. Newer releases anyway. So you have that Baskin. Then you have the newer Danza Macrobus stuff. So you have two versions of this. So you have this one, and then you have this one. I think one's more than the other. I think are just two different colors wise. Let's see. Then I think this is the one you got coming to you, Darren. This is the high tension stuff. Lamberto Bava, son of the great Mario Bava. Darren, in the chat, talk about this film a little bit if you can, these films of him. So we have Prince of Terror, The Man Who Wouldn't Die, School of Fear, and then Eyewitness, which looks very interesting. Better be careful here. Looks schlocky as heck, but I love that pulpy, schlocky type of stuff. Anthology, yeah. Got both of them opposites. Oh, very nice. Very good. Very good. So yeah, this looks interesting. Just wait for salespeople. Yeah. Wait for sales. Bloody Legend, The Beast of the Cane, Pike, Unknown World, Jack the Ripper. This is the old school one. I believe, yeah, 1958. I've heard of this one. This is on Tubi, I believe. So yeah, very good. Oh, Peter Manley's in here. Okay, very good. Marcus Hearn, excellent. All right, perfect. Go back here. Let's see. Just looking at that, I'll stop sharing that real quick. There we go. Yeah, about an hour and 16 minutes in. Eyewitnesses of Gajao, School of Fear, got Suspiria vibes. Very good. All right, that's not too bad. I'd like to thank everybody for joining me. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank you all again. Up to 300 subscribers. It can go down, it can go up. It doesn't matter. It's very cool to see everybody decide to check out my ugly, nerdy face right here. Wearing the black gloves, wearing the cool yellow Jalo hat here, and all this other stuff too. And just showing the love for this great community and great people, man. We're all family here. We're all friends, you know. That's what it's all about. It's all about me having fun and just making content that I love doing and just having fun with that. I'd like to thank everybody again for subscribing, everybody who checked this this stream out, everybody who's checked out my my content out in the last 2 years. And yeah, and absolutely, like Darren says there in the chat, check us out on Thursday's podcast. I'll probably, once we record it, I'll put it up. I'll find that on Spotify. And yeah, it's called the Black Glove Podcast. That'll be episode 1, where we will be talking about visiting hours with the great Michael Ironside and Will Shatner, and of course, Bad Dreams. So I think Darren mentioned it may be better than Nightmare on Elm Street. We'll see. Anyway, I am Black Glove Reviews. You all have a great evening. Love you guys so much. Y'all take care. I'll see you on the next one. Y'all have a great evening. And ladies, be careful walking the neon streets in the night. The black gloved one is out there. I'll see you all next time.